Welcome, everybody. We would start in a moment. Please make yourself comfortable. It's the seventh edition of this seminar. One minute more, and we'll be starting proper. Yes, good evening, everybody, and welcome to SMP. SMP means Success Mindset Program. If you can hear me and you can see me, you can use a reaction to let me know that you're with me. Yeah, something like this. Okay, good. Thank you very much. So I'll just go ahead and welcome you guys once again. Thank you for joining the call. Today is the seventh time we are doing this seminar. We've done quite interesting, topics that have resonated with younger people. Like I used to say, I'm still a very young person too. So when I say I like reaching out to young people, I put the ER there so as to identify because I am very young, as you can see. So we've been able to do very cogent topics like time management, like career planning and development, effective communication, critical thinking, and problem solving. We've talked about stress management. We've done study skills and note taking. And today we are doing 7 out of the 10 that we planned in a row. And it's always the last Sunday of every month. So today I would like you to sit tight and join me as we talk about financial literacy today. Like I was discussing with our host some minutes ago, I was telling him that I am into people development. And I like to say that if people hear or see something, just a little thing extra from what they know, it could change their outcome. It could change their perspective about life. And then, they bring better results than what they would have become in the future. And that's why we are doing this 1 hour long session for people to hear new information that could transform their lives. So you're welcome, everybody. I believe that it's going to be a swell time this evening. Without wasting much of our time, I'm just going to say that our guest today is somebody that I know very well online. We were in school together. I've brought people from Federal University of Technology, Akure. I think by now you know that I'm an alumnus of the school. So, and I'm not ashamed to say it anyway. So, thank you for indulging me. So, Femi Okunola Barnabas is also an alumnus of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, and I've admired his work in terms of finance, from afar. Somebody who is into a special, a different, kind of, finance driven, is a finance driven personality. And I believe that the work that he has done over the years is what will be summarized into something little that we can, learn from this evening. I would say that Barnabas is a seasoned freelancer with years of experience navigating the remote job market across multiple industries. He has a background in content writing, content management, and he has successfully managed some remote positions with popular digital media outlets. He's passionate about empowering other people to leverage technology and strategic networking to fulfill, their remote opportunities. And in addition to that, is somebody who I would say that is dedicated to what is not popular, not a popular opinion among young people in this our generation. He has gone in the way of, stock trading. He's an expert, This is something that I fancy about him. While many people are trying to make the conventional kind of wealth, this is somebody that has gained information on how to trade stocks legally. And when everybody around him were doing the tech thing, he took his time to go into this. And I believe that people who stand out like that, they have something special to give to us. So without wasting much of our time, I'm going to say that we should be expectant this evening, because we are going to be learning some tricks and some ways in which we can. We didn't use money as the caption; we used finance, and I believe that we'll be able to learn one or two things that can transform our journey as individuals. So, without wasting much of our time, I would like to hand over the reins to Barnabas to take us on this 1 hour long journey of financial literacy. So, Barnabas, thank you so much. You can turn on your camera and you have the floor. Can we show him some love by giving him some reactions and meaning we expect some stuff from you? Thank you so much. Yeah, let me know when you want me to share the slides.
Oh, okay. You can just wait on the first page, sir. Good evening,
Okay.
everyone. Thank you very much, sir, for that awesome introduction. At some point, I was wondering, is this me? So thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, everyone. It's such a huge privilege to be here. I count it a huge privilege, and I believe in this short time we have would explore a lot of things, and we'll get a lot of things done. And by God's grace, I hope at the end of this class, I've been able to change your paradigm about the world of money, how money works, and yeah, basically how money works. So the beautiful part is money works in different ways, like unconventional ways, if I may put it that way. And I would like to say I played a long game, and I believe this class would be a very short but very mind-opening and thoughtful one for every one of us. Please, if you can hear me well, can we just put it in the chat? Can we just write maybe light on the chat box or something? Yeah, let's just probably put light in the chat box, so I can know we can hear me well, please. Okay. Okay. Light. Oh, thank you. Okay. Can we hear me well, please? Okay. Okay. Okay, so today's class, oh, thank you, Thomas. Thank you, sir. So today's class, we're talking about financial literacy. And so the beautiful part about this is we have every day I get into conversations with people, and then the bulk of the conversation we have is about money. About 2 days ago, I had a 1 hour call, 1 hour plus call with a lady, and the whole point of the call was how do I increase my earnings and all that. And by God's grace, I've been fortunate to have been in some financial space. I've been fortunate to meet some different people like all across the globe. Just on Friday, which was 2 days ago, I was in a conversation with someone from Slovakia, and the guy was giving me his perspective about money, and I was like, okay, this is something new. This is something I like and all that. And I believe that with a few lessons we are going to learn today, we are going to have a paradigm shift, and we will not just be literate, book literate, we'll be financial literate. So one of the conversations I had about a few months ago, I was talking with a friend, and this question popped up. It's a question of why is it that many of us earn so much more than our parents. For some of us, the salaries we get, our parents can only dream of it, and yet we are unable to achieve as much as our parents. Um, what I mean is this: those guys earned very ridiculous amounts, but they will train 4 children to school. In fact, some of them maybe 6 or 8 children to school. They would build houses, different things like that. And how were they able to do that with that small amount? And yet we here with the big money in quotes, we have not been able to do that much. Yeah, so it's a question that's changed and boggled me a lot, and it got me thinking. And I've said the answer already. The answer is many of us are book smart. We have the skills with tech. We know our ways around getting jobs and all that, but we don't understand the language of money. Okay, sir, please, I would like you can move to the next slide, sir. Okay, so here we have it. The money is a tool. Yeah, so money is a tool. This is a very interesting sentence, because many people in this generation don't see money as a tool. They see money as the tool. So money is a tool. If you want to hit a nail on the wall, if you want to put a nail on the wall, you don't need money. You need a hammer. And if you want to cook, you don't need in quotes money. Like you can't put money on the floor and then put pot on the money and then you're cooking. No, you need a source of heat, a gas, electric cooker, and all that. So the same way to money is a tool. It's just one way of hitting a goal. It's one way of hitting a target. The Bible says it several in the book of Proverbs, talks about money being a tool, talks about wisdom being another tool, and several others like that. So money is a tool. The second, money is a leverage. Yeah, so and this point is a very good stuff, because money just gives you that position. um Without money, we have to be very honest with ourselves. You are capped. You are limited in the kind of things you can do. You are limited in the kind of the sphere of influence you can go into. You are limited in the kind of people you meet. Um, I was talking with someone, or I heard it in person this afternoon, and someone was mentioning that the place you live actually influences the kind of people you meet. You get, and so you can't live in a place like Lekki, where you're paying about 4 to 5 million naira rent per year, and compare yourself to someone that lives in a place like I don't want to mention too much names. You get, so it's not like I'm shaming any city or anything, and maybe someone that's paying maybe 100,000 naira rent. Now the quality of people you meet would be different apparently. So money is a leverage. It gives you the access to meet different people. It gives you access to some circles. It gives you access to some conferences. There are some paid conferences, 250, 300,000 and different things. And money is one of the ways that is a leverage. And by leverage, I mean there must be something you are trying to build on. Now, I am not saying money is the substance. I'm saying money is a leverage. Now, the third thing, money is an effect. Yeah, so um, in this generation, we like to find the easy way out. We are in the generation of fast things. So we have fast cars, fast food. You can put in the comment section. We like fast things. Fast, 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 fast. So many of us like fast money, quick money. And I see a lot of people doing airdrops. Why? Quick money and all that. I'm not against airdrops. I really appreciate the efforts being put into it. But trust me, I've been doing airdrops since 2014, 2015. So I can tell you the end in quotes. Yeah, I can really tell you how you can expect it to go. So I see people doing airdrops and all that, and I'm like, okay, that's you can get a few dollars from that, but you won't get much money. Why? Money is an effect. So by effect, I mean there is before you can get an effect, there has to be a cause. It is commonly said that there's no smoke without fire, right? There's no smoke without fire. So you can't, money is like the smoke. For you to see the smoke, there must be a fire somewhere. So to get money, you can't lazy around. You get uh people doing rituals don't understand, or people, Yahoo guys and the like, they don't understand this principle. Money is an effect. Money is something that should follow you, follow value, follow several other things. You get money is an effect. Number four, money does not care about your age. Now, this is a very interesting topic. A few months ago, I was speaking with a millionaire in like about 100 millions thereabouts, and the man said something very, like, the man was being, he was humbled. He's into the construction business. The man was, I mean, when somebody elderly in his 40s is talking with so much humility, you would know that something is there. And what did the man say? He said he met a guy of 21, and the guy has more than 100x of what the man has. So let's take, for instance, the man has 1 million. That means the guy of 21 has about 100 million. I mean, the guy of 21 was literally employing this big man in quotes to run some projects. And man was like, he felt humbled, like, okay, so yes, I've been making some progress, but come on, like, this is a very young guy. Like, if I mention his name, he's a very, like, the young guy, he's a very popular person in Nigeria. Very, very popular. So he said, he's a very young guy, and like, so money does not care about your age. It's a value effect thing. So you provide value, money flows to you. You don't provide value, money does not flow to you. So number five, money does not care about your feelings. And this is a very hard pill to swallow for people in this side of the world, especially like Nigerians. So I've been privileged to work with several white guys, to relate with several white guys, Indians, Americans, Europeans, people, the Emiratis, like UAE guys and all that. So I've been privileged to work with many of them. And there's something I notice, it's only in this side of the world, it's only in this side of the world that we get emotional about money. For instance, you have a rich uncle, and the rich uncle is not giving you face, and you believe that this guy is wicked, like he's not showing care to the family and all that. Yeah, he might not be showing care to the family, but the truth of the matter is, it is his money. He can decide to do with his money whatever he likes. You get. So you too, if you want to get the money, you have to do the work. You get. If you do the work, you get the money. If you don't do the work, you can cry from today to next year. You won't get the effect in that sense. Somebody does not care about your feelings. You can be sad, you can be happy. Money. I've played around the financial markets, stocks, FX, and this is something that I learned the hard way. Yeah. So I was sharing something with someone a few days ago, about three, four, the start of the year, around March thereabouts. Um, I literally sat down and watched about 1,600 US dollars get blown in minutes. Yes, like, you get that kind of feeling where you, like, we wake up and you're $1,600 richer than you were yesterday, and in less than 15 minutes, you literally watched your money go that down. So I had to I had to them, and I would tell them at work that, see guys, I'm not feeling well. Let me just take the day off. And they're like, oh, it's fine, it's fine. But personally, I knew that guy. This is I was literally like, I was under the AC and I was sweating. Like, I mean, like, the AC has it was a very funny experience. The AC had no thermostat or no regulator. That means in few minutes it can go from 10 degrees Celsius to -10. And I was literally sweating inside that kind of atmosphere. So after the whole thing, I told them I could not walk. I just got on my bed and I slept off. And I woke up and I resumed the crying. You get, and it did not change anything. Money. I don't remembering it now. It's just a funny experience. Like, money does not really care about you. Like, you feel happy, money does not care. You feel sad, you feel entitled. There's no no hard feelings. It is so you get, yeah. So money does not care about your feelings. So you can't be emotional. You can't afford to be emotional about making money and about growing money. And the last part, we cannot all make money. Um, it is sad, but it is true. Not all of us can make money. There's a level of skill you won't learn in school. There's a level of how to you won't learn in the educational space. There's a level of, what's it called? I explained to someone. I explained to someone recently. I was teaching the person FX, and I explained to the person. I said, okay, so to get for some of us that are doctors, I'm not a doctor. I would like to be a doctor, like maybe in my next life. But for some of us that are doctors and all that, you spend 7 years in school trying to be a doctor, right? Yeah. For some of us that are in the university already, there's a particular year you spend to get that degree. For some of us that are in secondary school, you have to go through that 6 years, 3 years of junior secondary, 3 years of senior secondary to actually graduate and get your, in quotes, degree. Now, why do you expect to make money in 2 months? You get, so that realization is a very simple thing. Not everybody can go through that process. There's a process involved in making money, whether you like it or not. There's a process involved in making money, and until you are ready, you won't get into the flow. So not everybody can make money. So can we go to the next slide, please? Um, So here we are talking about educationally literate and financially ignorant. So there are 4 things you need to know. Oh, I think okay, there are 4 things you need to know when it comes to making money. 4 key things. Number one, time. Um, you can't circumvent the place of time in making money. No, you can't. You can't circumvent. See, if except you're trying to make, if you're trying to make money, like not just you want to make 1K, you want to make maybe 10K dollars, you want to make 1 million naira. I'm talking about you want to build a system around wealth. Now, if someone dashes you 1 million naira at this point, if I ask you that, what we use the 1 million naira to do? I'm very sure many of us don't have an idea of what we want to use it to do. You get, so to be very honest, you can't circumvent that process of time. You know, you can't. I like explaining to people to think in 5 years. So it's something I did as early as 2013. That's about 11 years ago. So I made a plan in the next 5 years. Where do I want to be financially? So if you have a pen and a paper, can you just pen it down? Write 3 things, financial goals that you want to achieve in the next 3 years. Financial goals, 3 financial goals that I want to achieve in the next 3 years. So for me, I don't do 3 years. I already did this. In fact, I recently just did this like about last week, and I made a 5 year plan. Yeah, where I want to be in the next 5 years. Where I want to be in the next 5 years. So if you're making 1,000 naira now, it's not bad. In the next 3 years, I want to be making 1 million naira. Yeah, it's an achievable goal. It's a very achievable goal. As at when I put it down that I wanted to be making, okay, so I said I wanted to be a millionaire before 30, and I'm currently 12 years old, and by God's grace, we have hit that goal a long time ago. So it's you have to write it down. To be very honest, don't make a mental note of it. Don't make a mental note of it. You have to write it down. Next 3 years, what are your financial goals? So now that you have written it down, you know that there's a time involved in getting it. 2021. So Mr. Biola already explained to us that I deal with the stock market. So there's a stock I bought in 2020. I bought the stock for around $2, and within 8 months, the stock went up to $61. So that's a very massive gain, right? Yeah. So 2021, there's a stock again I bought for about $6, $9, thereabouts. And I was checking the price some days ago. Like a friend that I recommended the stock to just told me that, like, guy, have you checked this stock and all that the stock is? And it has gone up to about $61 also. And for many people, you can't afford to wait that long, right? You want to make money now, 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 and you can't circumvent the place of time. It gets ahead. I teach many people some, what's it called, some skills, some soft skills, and some um, remote skills. And the one major thing I see across board is that you recently just got introduced into, let's say, social media marketing, and the next month you're already calling yourself an expert. Like, how? Where did you get expertise from? Yeah, you're just 1 month in the business. In that sense, you get. So people don't really want time. And if you are going to be very honest with yourself, if you want to make money, you have to give yourself time. So now that I've written the 3 goals in terms of financial goals, I would like to talk about the next thing, choice. Now, this is the part that you will most likely hate me. But in the next 3 years, I hope you will love me back. And if you don't love me back, I have no issues with that. Many of the choices we make currently are very terrible choices. Many of the choices we make, again, are very terrible choices. Many young folks like to have things, and there's nothing bad in that. There's absolutely nothing bad in that. But you have to understand that to reach the financial status you really want to, you need to make some sacrifices. You need to um, defer some what's it called? Um, there's a word for it. I can't remember the way it is. You need to, yeah, you would need to get away with instant gratification. Yeah, you would really need to. Um, I asked a young man one time what he would do with 100K. And the guy was like 100K. Like this is someone that is still any like 10, 15K per month. And like 100K, like if he gets 100K, he's just going to carry 2 women. I was like, money misroad. I was like, yeah, and he'll buy shoes and buy clothes. Sorry for that. And he said he'll buy shoes and buy clothes. And I was like, money misroad. Just 100K. And you have gone like this. What if I now give you 1 million? Like, what will you use it for? In that sense. So the choices we make, um, the choices we make, you don't always need to have the best or the latest shoes. I did a what's it called for someone in 2021, and the person later forgave me in that sense. But you might hate me for the first time, and so I explained to the person. I said, okay, so the new iPhone comes out. So okay, that was 2022 rather. I think it was the iPhone. Was the iPhone 14 or 15? One of the two that came out then. And yeah, either 14. I think it was 14. If I'm right. One of it came out then, and the guy was like, he wants to buy the new phone, like the new one. Yeah, he could afford it. He gets, yeah, like he could afford it. But I learned from someone that if you can't buy something twice, don't try to buy it once. For instance, I want to buy this pen now. You call this pen for me 15 naira, and I only have 17 naira. I won't buy this pen. So until I am able to afford this pen twice, that means I'm able to pay for the pen twice. That's 100 naira. You have no business buying it. You get. So I explained to the guy, I said, see, buying the new iPhone is good. I really appreciate that. You don't need it. We both know. But I really appreciate you trying to buy the new iPhone. But I told him if you invest in Apple stocks, you'd definitely have better prospects at maybe buying a better iPhone like in the future. And the guy was like, no, no, no. And he bought the iPhone and it is his choice. But trust me, if you don't have a solid backing, solid background in making money, many of the choices you make will always lead you to poverty. Many of the choices you make will always lead you to poverty. And that answers the question I asked earlier. You have many people making so much money now, and we are not living the quality of life that our parents live. Don't give me the crap of we have bad governments. God, there are bad governments everywhere. Yeah, we know our own is terrible, but there are worse guys everywhere. Even those other guys too. Did you know Abacha? did you meet Abacha? Abacha is one of the yeah, Abacha, yeah, and Satan are competing for terrible guys. These guys lived in the era of Abacha and they were still able to build houses. Like they were still able to send some of our elder siblings, some of us to school. You get, and so there's no excuse in that. Don't give me that crap of bad government. We have always had bad government. So why are they able to do that and we are not able to do that? They did not have iPhones then. uh, the iPhone 16 also, I think is about 2 million thereabouts. I have the money, but I can't go and drop 2 million on a phone. Am I okay? Why? I would rather have that money work for me. Why? I have a 3-year goal. So if you have a 3-year goal of 1 million naira, for instance, the target should be how can I make 1 million naira in 3 years? That should influence your choices. Yeah, you want to make 1 million naira in 3 years and you're using 30K to buy maybe food. That's a very terrible habit. You get make choices that are in line with the goal you want to see. Then thirdly, I would like to talk about value. Um, money flows in direction of value. Money flows in direction of value. So you have your 3-year three goals for your goals for the next 3 years, three goals for the next 3 financial years. Now, can you write 3 things that you likely can do that will give you that goal? Can you write 3 things that you likely? And please, at the end of the class, I can call anybody randomly to just share with us, like, so we can understand. Share with us some of the goals and the 3 things you can do to achieve the goals. So so 3 things to do to achieve That's goal. So for some of you, see, you can sell more and make good cash, like, and achieve your goal. You get, you can sell. I know somebody that all he does is goes to the market for people and buys things for them, and he gets his good cash. Like, people don't have time to go to the market. You're at work, you can't go to the market, you can't buy maybe the clothes you need some home items, you need a new fan, you need a new this and that. The guy will go for you. The fan can be 45K, you will call it 48K, and you collect delivery money and you pocket 3K. Now do that for like 10 people, you already have 30K, and you're fine. You get, do that for 100 people, you have 300K, and you're fine. So that might not be the route you would go, but try to write out three things that you can do to achieve that goal. Three things that you can do. So money flows in direction of value. I explained to people, there was this time that I had a lot of folks coming around trying to talk about, okay, I want to do this skill, I want to do this skill. I tell people, see, don't follow your passion. It's a very unconventional thing. Yeah. Yeah, very people say follow your passion and all that. See, don't follow your passion. Your passion can wait. That's the honest truth. You get, passion will not feed you. Do what will first earn you money. You can do your passion by the side, but primarily follow what will first earn you money. Get that stability. Get that stability. There's nothing bad in the next 10 years you retire. And by retire, I don't mean that you stop working. I mean, you now try to follow the things that, what's it called, that really entices you. Look at guys like Bill Gates now. Bill Gates he does not need to work before he earns money. He does not. Yes. What is he doing now? He's doing philanthropy, trying to sponsor the WEF, do things, do that. But in the early days, it did not start like that. He worked so much, Microsoft, several other companies, and investing in, what's it called, startups and all that. Excuse me, please. Investing in startups and all that. And now he has the time to do his passion. You get, he has the time to do his passion. I was reading about Jeff Bezos or so, and he says, like, the guy wakes up literally late now, like, he goes on boats. The guy he has pot belly now. When he was working and sweating, he did not have pot belly, but now he has that time to do. He retired from Amazon. He has gotten into Blue Origin, what is his company now, space exploration and all that. That has not kicked off yet, but you get, he has the time to do what he really likes. You get, so why will you be pursuing um being an artist, like painting, if there's no market for painting now? If there's no market for painting, I was seeing something online, and some young ladies were saying that they were poets and all that, and people are not patronizing them, and they went into some very terrible things. I just looked at them, I was like, you guys are foolish. Sorry to say. I write poems. I write poems, but poems of Jawo. So I had to look for something that would you get. So I can, in the next 5, 10 years, if I probably retire from work and all that, I can now start a poetry club. I can start writing poems just for fun. You get, I don't have the money issues in that sense. Again, I hope you understand. Then number 4, compounding. Now, this is the place that some of us miss it, not all of us, because many of us don't actually get to this level. Many of us don't actually get to this level, but some of us miss it in this place, in the sense that um, this is where you have to now start making money work for you. You don't need to, what's it called? This is where the multiplication effect of money starts coming in. The multiplication effect of money start coming in. You make 10 naira this year, and next year the money is 20 naira, next 3 years it's 30 naira, and all that. So don't be educationally literate and financially ignorant. Take note of these 4 things. Take note of those 4 things. So we already did 2 tests now. We talked about 3 financial goals for the next 3 years, and we talked about 3 things you can do to achieve those goals. And please, if you have not done this, I would really encourage us to write it down. What are the 3 things you can do to hit the goals you want to hit? So, for example, for me, I have a target. I do FX. I have a target in FX for the next 5 years. I have a target in several other businesses I have for the next 5 years. If there's no end in view, you'll just be going around and all that. So, for the 3 things you need to do to get that goal, you need to get to, let's say, for instance, 10,000 naira. If you are selling a product of 100 naira, how many people do you need to sell to make 10,000 naira? You get, so that's the arc. So, can we go to next slide, sir? So I think the next slide is things you should not be, do's and don'ts, or stuff like that. Okay, yeah, okay. So this is vehicles and Sorry, I think my slide just got muddled up. I'm sorry for that. So I'm seeing some lines, entering some lines and all that. So I like there are two things here. We have the vehicles and we have the autopilot. So first, when you, for instance, for an airplane now, when you want to fly, if you're a pilot or if you are vast in that field, um, you have to have a pilot actively on the cockpit. And when the plane has reached a level of altitude and all that, they can put on the autopilot mode, and the pilots just maybe sleep or relax or get snack or something like that. So in the world of finance, you need two things: vehicles and autopilot. So for the vehicles, you need something doing that would earn you money. Yeah. So this is very important, and I believe um, many of us should know about this. You need something doing that will earn you money. See, you can't afford to be idling around. You get in the next 10 years, I don't think nobody go tell you, but that's like the best way to put it. So anything that will earn you money. So I believe many of us are in this phase where we have things that are getting us money and all that. So I don't want to dwell so much on this. Then the next thing I want to talk about is autopilots. Now, autopilots are things that you can have on ground, that they don't really need much input from you. You get, they don't really need much input from you to scale in that sense. They don't really need much input from you. Um, there are many autopilots. There are ways to get passive income, for instance. There are many autopilots. You have the stock market, you have real estate, you can have some businesses, you can have some, there are several. There's no one size fits all. But the main thing with autopilot investment, autopilot arm of finance, is the part of you're not actively involved. You're not going to the 9 to 5 to get these things to work. You get, for instance, you invest in a good company. One very popular stock investor said something. He said the hardest, Peter Lynch, he said the hardest thing to do in the stock market is waiting. You get, all you need to just buy and go and sleep. That's just the buy a good company, do your research and buy a good company and go and sleep. You get, if you're lucky enough in the next 3 years, 5 years, and all that, you would get your money back like in multiple folds. Yeah. Everybody gets to know about Tesla now, Tesla now, Tesla now. Before Tesla was Tesla, I knew about it. Like I could have bought Tesla and then it's me and them Dangote and Otedo that will be rapport now in that sense. You get, but I had some issues with the company and it was one of the best or the worst mistakes I made financially. But life goes on. I've had some good wins also. You get, so all you need to just buy and hold. Then we have real estate also. Um, yeah, buy land. Like many of us stay in places where lands are still relatively cheap. I bought a land some years ago, and I was listening to someone, and the guy was saying that okay, I was into the agent that sold the land to me, and the guy was saying that the land has already done times 4, and I was like, are you serious? Like, just I did not for once go to the land and say land like 9 to 5 on the land and all that. You get, now buy lands. Now, by that, I don't mean you should go to where lands are expensive. We have some places in Lagos where they sell lands for like 1.2 million per plot. If you can afford it and if you feel there's a prospect in it, why not? But do your own research yourself. Buy lands where I advise buy farmlands. You get, and buy lands where probably you can just leave it there and it will appreciate, or you can do a few things on it while you wait for the price to appreciate and all that. You get, so someone was sharing a story to me last year. Is a billionaire, and I was privileged to be in that meeting. And the guy was just explaining to myself and a few other young guys that he was privileged to be in a circle, and was privileged to be in a circle, and they told him as way back as 2007 to buy some lands in some particular places. And those times the lands were about 5 million per plot and all that. And he said he was like, no, no, no. And the man was begging him, sir, buy land in this place. I'll tell you the place later. He said, please buy land in this place. And the man that was saying was like, no, 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 no. I'm not buying land here. Like, I am not buying land. And 2023, when the man was telling us the story, remember I told you the price of the land was about 5 million per plot. 2023, I kid you not. I am not exaggerating. So I will say the place so you can know where it is. So you can probably go and do your own research yourself. So a plot of land in that area was about 600 million in 2023. Yeah. So if you think I'm lying, try to buy land in somewhere like Victoria Island. So that's the place. Yeah, the place was actually in VI. It was around the Sanford area of VI. Yeah. So the price of land went from 5 million in 2007. Now the man could afford that price in 2007, from 5 million in 2007 to about over 600 million in 2023. Sorry, my phone is about to die. Sorry. So to over 20 million in 2023. So you need to buy lands. See, you can't afford to not buy lands. If there's anything like that, you cannot afford to not buy lands. And one thing I would advise you in this regard is to buy lands where um do your own research. I think it's something we'll talk about in the next slide about do's and don'ts of making money and all that. Do your own research. I see some people talking about buying lands and in some areas. I'm not trying to wash and or spoil anybody's business and all that. And by default, I know that those lands cannot appreciate. You get, sorry, by default, I know that those lands they can't appreciate. The next 10 years, they can't appreciate. And that's me being sincere with you. But you never hear it from my mouth telling, except you are very close to me, and I'll tell you that guy, this land you're doing is. So do your own research. Now don't forget the rule of finance. You have your 3-year financial goal already. You have 3 things to do to get to that goal. Now, when you hit that goal, when you hit that target, have investments. I can't emphasize this enough. Don't give people money to invest for you. Do your see as a rule of thumb. I think I'm already going to the next slide, but I really don't care at this point. I think I need to emphasize it. As a rule of thumb, don't invest in something you don't have an idea about. We can't all invest in the same thing, and that's the honest truth. We can't all invest in the same thing. I'll speak to some people. Like I was just having some researches and all that, and this guy was like, he gave somebody way back as 2017. He gave someone about like this guy was a student then. He gave someone about 10 million naira to put in FX for him, and 10 million naira blew. This was way back 2017 when the guy was still a student. Like he had a major breakthrough, and then he felt that, oh, you know what, I don't need to do it myself. Let me just give people money to do it for me and all that. Yeah. So let me just give people money to do it for me and all that. And the money blew. Like they blew the money. Like how would I say? Like wow, the money just went like that, 10 million naira. And the guy he has not recovered in that sense from that. So see, in this phase of our lives, many of us are still young. Yeah. So we need to put in the effort. You can't shy away from it. You need to. You get. Don't invest in anything you don't have an idea about. I was sharing with someone some weeks ago how that I had to spend over a month. I was doing 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. every day learning about the stock market. 12 a.m. to so you can't do something. So when I tell people some things about the stock market and they say no, 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 I just smile. You can't put in that kind of effort and like your head will not be you moving fire. I don't know if you get. I'm not trying to blow my own on and all that, but there are some level of what is it called that you need to put in to get some level of results. You can't go the easy way. Like okay, you know what? You just come to me and say, Barnabas, I have like this money. Can you help me invest in the FX market? I'll be like, okay. And say, at the end of the day, you give me this amount. I'll be like, guy, do you want to invest or you want to learn how to do it? You say you want to invest. I say, no problem. Go and give another person, not me. You get because if the money goes south, you hold me responsible, and I have a dignity to protect. I have a reputation to protect, and all that. So, and you too, you might not recover from the money or from the loss. Don't invest in things you don't know. So the rule is simple: make money. You get. We talked about vehicles. Make money. See, legally. I'm not saying you should now go and make money legally. No, make money legally. There are different ways you can make money legally. The world has gone global. The world has gone so small. Like you can talk to people. You can get connection with people in different places. Today is not the day to talk about that. Go online, learn how to offer services. You can spend. Don't forget, we talked about time. Spend the next 3 months. I think I'm doing too much of three financial goals, but it's fine. Spend the next 3 months learning a skill. You get learn a skill, learn a skill. You can learn software design, you can learn graphics design. I know someone that is into graphic design is making about 1.6 or no, is making $1.5 per month. I know somebody that is into SEO. I know many of us have not even heard of SEO before. Someone is into SEO and is making SEO intern and is making $1,200 per month. Like, learn skills. Take your time, learn the skills, learn how it works. Network with people. You get network with, see, time is not going. And if okay, so SEO is search engine optimization. When you search for who is Okunola, Barnabas, and the results is going to bring out for you. That's SEO. When you go online and search for something like who is Donald Trump, the results, the first 10 results is bringing out for you are results of either sponsored posts or SEO. Like, if you are good at it, you can rank and learn stuff like that. Learn different things. You get, learn sales and marketing. If you know, there's a guy I knew in school, Fortress. This guy is a sales guru. I mean, this guy can take you and sell you, and you'll be happy the guy is selling you. Like, the guy's mouth is so sweet. Like, for someone like that, learn sales and marketing. I said it earlier, we can't all invest in the same thing. We have different skills, we have different strengths and weaknesses. For someone like me now, selling is not really my forte, like my strong point. But if I need to sell something, I call Fortress, guy, we need to sell this thing. To the extent that if something is in quotes, if something is bad, I mean, I've seen Fortress sell terrible things. And those guys are saying, thank you very much, Fortress, for selling this thing to me. And I'm like, guy, he told you this thing is terrible. I am still thanking him. And Fortress makes his money. The guy, the person that bought the item is happy. Maybe not for long, actually. But he's happy temporarily. You get, so make money. You get, see, the world, if you're not making money at this point, you have yourself to blame. I'm being sincere. You have yourself to, because there are different ways, different avenues. Take something, see, how best can I put this? So I not be like I'm trying to get angry at everybody and all that. Sorry, I'm not angry. I'm just being me. Sorry, but learn skills. Learn skills. Take the next 3 months. Go online. What are the top skills that are what's it called, earning money now? You get. Now I say this a lot because I have an issue against people like that. It's a personal issue, not anything, not anything. I mean, this is personal. You get. So I see in my circle I have about, even I'm not exaggerating, I have about 40 people that are learning virtual assistant skills, VA skills. You get. It is good, very good, but is the demand there for it? You get. Now look around, go online, search for top 10 skills that are making money. You get. At this point now, there's a skill I recently learned about. Like, I knew about it like 3 years ago, but it's just coming back again. And those guys are making about, the low ball game is like about $120,000 per year. You get. That's still small money to some people. You get. But to get the skill, I need to get some certifications, and it will take me about 2 years. I don't mind learning that thing for 2 years. Once I can get that certification, well, I want to say that all of you are in trouble. But there's no better way to put it. See, take time, learn the skill, get good at it, get very good at it. You get, and start making the money. Now, when you start making the money, look for investments. To don't give people money. I can't emphasize this enough. Don't invest in something you don't know about. Don't. I think the next slide is about the do's and don'ts, so we can move there. So, but I think I've gone ahead of myself already. That's fine. Don't invest in something you don't know about, please and please. Uh-huh. The world has gotten so small. Many of us have data. We are using data to stream football. It's good if you have extra data, stream football. But if you don't have that much data, do night plan. You get, go on YouTube, download the courses on things you need. You can get free courses on Udemy. You can get free courses on Coursera. You can get free courses on EDX. Get skills. You get, learning, investing in the stock market. There's this guy I watched. Now the guy is probably, what's it called? At that time, the guy probably will wake up in real life and his mouth will be paining him, because I played this video over and over and over and over again. You get, and it was free on YouTube. Very, very free. You get, we see, Dangote, when he was growing up, Dangote did not have YouTube. In case you don't know, Dangote did not have YouTube. Then Bill Gates, when they were growing, YouTube was just founded, I think 2007 or so. They did not have YouTube when they were growing up. You have YouTube now. You are not using the best of it. You just go on TikTok. You watch people doing all sort of nonsense, doing all sort of what's it called, the influencer marketing. The funny part, they are making money. You are not making money. You are laughing. They are counting money. Learn skills, guys. See, there's this is the best time. I'm saying it's very sincere. This is the best time for you to make money. Yeah, this is the best time. Learn skills about investments. The same way you're learning skills about your career advancement and all that. Learn skills about investment. I don't even know about there's this stuff in Nigeria now, the money market. Yeah, there's money market. You get 25% of whatever you put in per year. Now it's not that you give me money to do it. You speak to your bank. You get, yeah, so they are different. So it is. So when I see some people just putting money in what's it called under their carpet at home, I just laugh like, guys, we have passed that age. You get, there's a lot of things you can do. The same way I learn about your career, learn skills about investments. You get, learn skills about investment. In case you don't know, Bill Gates does not is not only in Microsoft. You get, so Bill Gates is not only what's it called Microsoft. You can go and check it. You have phones now. Check online. Bill Gates has investment in several other companies. He has investments in Apple. He's one of the biggest guys in Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway. He has investments several other companies. Several other companies. You get, Elon Musk is not just the Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink kind of guy. He has investments several. So see, play around the investment space. Play around the investment space. You make money today, and they always discounts everywhere. Now Nigeria is the way it is now. Some people say Nigeria is hard and all that, they are suffering and all that. It's fine. We're not saying their reality is not true. But do you know this is the time that people are selling items for giveaway price? Your friend is trying to jackpot, buy his items for very ridiculous prices and sell them at a markup. Make your money. You get, so there are different ways you can make money, and while you're making the money, learn on investment. Now I just listed two here: the stock market and real estate. These are not the only two I know, but I'm giving you as an assignment. I won't try to spoon feed you completely. Go online, speak to your bankers, speak to, now this is something that will cost you for free. Like it's not what's it called. Speak to investment managers, speak to, you can get them everywhere. You can meet Mr. Biola to probably share my contacts with you. Speak to guys. There are different ways you can actually make money and grow your money. You get, uh, there's something called retirement age. And why do you think that many of, no, I started the question about our parents. If you joined at the start of the class, how that, why is that many of us are making much more, the money that our parents are thinking, they can only dream of. We are making it now, but we can't say that we have that level of what's it called, that level of financial strength, that level of, they sent 4 children to school on 5,000 naira salary. They built house. You are earning 200,000 naira salary. You are not doing any of those. You get, we talked about some other things earlier. See, no matter how small your salary is, have a percentage of it you are saving. See, no matter how small, deny yourself several things. Deny yourself several things. All the things you are chasing now, they are temporary. If you bought the iPhone 12, you're already old school because there's iPhone 16 now. By next year, September now, a new iPhone will be out. You get, if you bought the latest Nike shoe, by next year you'll be old school. Deny yourself several of these things. Buy the things you need. Buy the things you need. Save the rest. Out, no matter how small your income is, have a percentage you are saving. You get, no matter how small. See, don't try to copy me. For me, there are times I save up to 60% of my income. You get, it's not convenient. I use a very old phone. So when you see me using the phone, you just be like, ah, this guy is poor, but alaye, you just hold yourself. You get, what we are working on is different. You get, so package yourself as good as you can and save. And with the savings, get your savings to the point where you can now put it in investments. You get, so I think I would like to end it here. So thank you very much again, and thank you everyone for listening. If I offended you, please don't be angry. We gathered there in that sense. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Sorry, I had a little network glitch, but it's fine. Really appreciate you for this wonderful session. And like you said at the beginning, I was asking you for your expectations, and you said one of the things you said was that you wanted to have fun. Yeah, and I believe that this is really fun, and not because the words that you gave us are not serious, but because you were able to say it the way you want to say it. It didn't follow a kind of serious tone, but we were able to pick the information that you have for us. And I appreciate that part where you were trying to caution yourself that you were, a little bit on some being personal. It's what you get whenever you want to give something good to people and you feel like they should get the message on time. Just this time, words that we can put on marble. So can we appreciate Mr. Burns, and then we'll take the 3 questions for tonight and we'll go. So we have Gabriel and Musa Yerema that they have raised their hands. Yeah, so okay, so we have 3 people that have raised up their hands. We have Gabriel, we have Musa Yerima, and we have Ayeni Fiolua. So in that order, we can go. Gabriel, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Yes. Gabriel, are you there? Okay. Musa, are you ready for your question? If you are ready, you can just go ahead.
Yes, I'm ready. Can you hear me?
Please go ahead. Yes, we can hear you
Um,
loud and clear.
well, first of all, thank you for this an eye-opening. Let me say it this way: an eye-opening and brilliant sessions. It's impressive actually. It's add a lot to our knowledge on this thing. Um, my question goes like this, sir. Um, what habits can one develop to consistently evaluate his spending choice? Because sometimes we have that kind of habits of, once you have money, you just tend to just spend it haphazardly, randomly, just like that, even when you plan not to spend, but you find yourself some other times that you spend and without even you knowing that you spend money. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Musa. I believe that Barnabas has gotten your question. You can note it down, and then we can get the other questions. Ayeni Felua, yeah, your hand was up at some point. Did you change your mind?
No,
Okay.
I did not.
Yeah, please go on. Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Um, I want to say thank you to Uncle Biola for this platform and to Mr. Barnabas. My question is, it's not necessarily like the question. I just wanted to know for those of us that are interested in the stock market, because this is something I've tried to learn on my own before and I had difficulties, so I just give up. So for those of us that are willing to go into the stock market, do you offer like mentorship programs and classes? That's what I would like to know. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. The question is well noted. It's clear, and yeah. So Gabriel, I don't know if you are ready. If you are not, we'll allow Mr. Barnabas to take the 2 questions, but we don't want snowballing questions that will come from, question come from this. So there's still one more slot. If you can, put your questions together and raise up your hand in case Gabriel is not ready for his questions. I also have a question. But I will let Mr. Barnabas go on with these two questions. You have the floor, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, Musa, and the other lady, Ayane, I believe, for the questions. Okay, so for the first questions, Ifeoluwa, sorry, Ifeoluwa. So for the the first question rather, so habits to evaluate spending choices. It's a very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. And the answer is this. Number one, you have a budget. You should have a budget. As a rule of thumb, you should not spend money you don't have a budget on. Many of us are used to it. You get any money comes in, film that's gone, just like the wind. You get, so you don't spend money you don't have a budget on. So for me, before the money comes in, I have a budget for it. And so I have what's it called? I have a budget for what's it called? Probably 100 million at this point. You get, not that I've handled 100 million in quotes, but if the money comes, let's say I now start, it cannot happen. But let's just assume, let's follow me on in the fantasy world. Let's assume I'm walking on the streets and I say Ghana must go on the road and I see 100 million there. What would I use the 100 million to do? So you should think like that also. You get, now you likely would not see money on the streets. But what if you do a business, you have a major breakthrough and you get a millionaire? What will you use a millionaire to do? You get, so plan ahead. And for the money that you're sure of getting, have a budget, very strict budget. So you don't need to be as flexible as, okay, you earn 100,000 naira, you have 80% as savings. It won't work. So have a list of the things that you need. If you're going to work and you spend 30,000 naira on work on transportation every day, have it down. 30K transport, your feeding, have it down. You get, and now look at everything, and you should have savings also, maybe 10,000, 20,000. Now look at it like, okay, so where can I cut it a bit to include my savings? And that will lead me to the second thing. For the savings, to avoid you touching your money, we are so blessed with technology that we have some platforms that allows you to fix your money, and you can't touch it. I'm talking from experience. I'm not trying to shield them. They are not paying me to do this. But Cowrywise is one of the platforms. I remember one time I saved about, that was some years ago, I saved about 100K with them. And I know that I had a fallout. It was a joint savings. I had a fallout with the person I was saving with. And I went to them and I told them, see, guys, I'm dying. It's a terminal issue. This, that. Give me my money. They sent me a mail back, but we are very sorry. I said, are you guys okay? Yeah. So if you tell them that you want to save this money for a year, they won't allow you to touch the money. You get, so other ones like PiggyVest, which I eventually started using because I can't do it. I can't have emergencies and I'll not be able to touch my money. But if you know you want to inculcate that habit of having a fixed amount and all that, you have that kind of cowrie-wise savings. You get, have a wallet, fixed deposits. Maybe you'll be putting 20,000 naira every month and you won't touch it at the end of the year. So at the end of the year, it might be painful, but you have 240,000 naira and you're fine. You can take this 240,000 naira to invest in something you know about. And yes, I think I have a, what's it called? Not like an assignment or a task. There's this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. Please, if you have not read it before, go and read it. If you have read it before, go and read it again. The Richest Man in Babylon. So the reason I remembered it is, it's possible you do an investment and the first time it fails. Why? Because probably you are not literate enough in the field, you don't have enough knowledge and all that. It does not mean you should stop. You get, go over it again. You get, learn the skills needed or look for other investments that you know about. We can't overestimate this part of knowing what you're investing in. Yeah, so to retrace my point, have a budget. Don't spend money blindly. Have a budget. And number two, have fixed accounts for your savings. Have a budget. Some people know me, like very close folks to me know me. You can't come to me with something that is not in my budget. You get, you'd have to wait for the next month. We'll put it in the budget for the next month. You get, have a budget and have fixed savings. If you know you're someone that touches money that much, have fixed savings. So for the second question, specific program for mentoring, stock market and all that. Yeah, so I had a startup some years ago for stock market investing, and we had to shut it down. So we were bootstrapping and paying with our own money, paying salaries and all that, and we spent so much. But the issue with or something I've noticed with Nigerians is that many people want the easy way out. So it's something we learned, or something I learned the hard way. So when I tell you that the Nigerian thing, it's not something I read in a book. Um, I've paid with money and with tears. Yeah. So um, for now, there's no like platform for that. But I'm working on something like that for next year. And so it's not because you asked, it's something that's been in the works also against next year. But it won't be about the stock market alone. We'll have some other investment vehicles and all that to put in place. So yeah, Mr. Biola, I don't know if you can probably um share my contacts and to everyone involved that is interested. So you can just send a message to him. Say we link you up with me. So I hope I've been able to answer the questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much for your time. We are already a little bit, above the time that we planned, but we are always happy to have people speak to us like this, and we do not take it for granted. Thank you so much, everybody, for also listening in. It's a beautiful thing to know that there are people who are interested in their financial life. I decided to keep this slide because it means so much to me, that we should not only be educationally literate and financially and be financially ignorant. We should be educationally literate and also financially literate. So as we go this evening, let's remember these four components: the time, the choice, the value, and the compounding. And our guest was saying something like, this is the time, this is the time, this is the time to make money, this is the time, this is the time. So please, some of us might be having support from somewhere, from parents, from all these things, but this is a time when really make money. There are a lot of skills. He has said that. I think the world has moved away from the skills of tailoring and baking. It's still making sense. You can still make money from it, but there are a lot of skills. If we do an assignment with me, he has mentioned some skills this night. He has talked about SEO, and I just learned myself, which is search engine. What's the O again? I'm a good student. Please don't come after me. It's SEO. There is which other one? You talked about stock markets. You've talked about optimization, right? Also talked about buying lands. You've talked about real estate. These are skills that last 10 years, people will not maybe amplify like this, but they are just at our fingertips. We can go online to learn on YouTube. And you said something about night plan. Like, who will not use night plan? You should use night plan at this age when there's not so much money for data. Night plan should be your friend. Which comes back to the first module that we had about time management by Mr. Michael Olainka. He was able to tell us that time is a means of exchange, and now we are coming back to that time again. We should know how to manage our time. Sleeping 8 hours now. This is not the time. Let me use Mr. Barnabas's line. This is not the time. There's a time for you to read, learn, and to invest. So we really appreciate you for speaking to us, and I hope you had fun, like you said you wanted to have. So if you need his contacts, that's one of the things we do at SMP. We have, apart from these seminars, we have the coaching part of it, where we coach people who signify interest, to say, they want us to follow them up. Coaching is a client-led approach. You set your objectives by yourself, and we help you see that those objectives come to pass. And one of the things we do there is to network, to give people contacts like this. So Mr. Barnabas is happy to share his contacts, and if you would need it, you can just chat me up privately, and I'll do well to share with you. So moving forward, can we all appreciate Mr. Barnabas? And I want to say thank you again for making time out to be with us this evening. Next month, we are going to be in the 8/10 part of our seminars. the eighth version of it, and we'll be talking about digital literacy. We've talked about financial literacy. We're talking about digital literacy. Some days ago, I met a core member who wanted to learn about computer, and I was asking, what do you want to learn? And I was, I wished it was something more complex, but it pained me to know that we are still learning Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. I think we can do better than that. So please, digital literacy is what we are learning next month. So please invite your friends. It's going to be Christmas Eve, December 24. I hope we all avail ourselves some time to join in. And I'm sure that our speaker too will be able to deliver to us, just like Mr. Barnabas has been able to talk to us this evening. So thank you very much, everyone. We do not take it for granted that you keep coming back for these nice sessions. If you joined late or you were bounced out of the call at some point, I'm happy to tell you that this call is being recorded, and it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. Just like I was telling somebody that I don't know how to promote YouTube channel, and the person say you have to beg for likes if you open the YouTube channel. So I'm begging you now, please go to the YouTube channel. But more importantly, there is the content of the first week from the first seminar to this seminar. By this time tomorrow, this one too will be uploaded. You can go back there, listen to all these things again, and we believe that you'll be better than who you are at the moment. So thank you very much, everybody. And we look forward to seeing you next month. Do have a wonderful evening. You can give us your reactions, or say hi to one of your friends before you leave the room. Thank you very much, everybody. Do have a good night. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Barnabas, once again. Have a good night, everybody.
All right, good night.
Good night. Thank you, sir.